Hello, artist. For our virtual art today, we are going to be starting a new project called Illumination Art. Illumination art started during the medieval times, which is hundreds of years ago, when they first started illustrating books. And they typically would use a large letter to begin the first sentence of maybe a paragraph or maybe the start of a chapter. So you can see this beautiful A is illuminated with flowers. The T starts the beginning of the story. And here is a large P. And these seem to be religious stories that have these illuminated letters in. But not all of them are religious stories. So for instance, T-Rex has started with a large illuminated picture. And here is an E and an S. And another example of an illuminated letter, the letter C for the beginning of a song. So to start off with an illuminated letter, we're going to begin with a picture frame. Typically, an illuminated letter has three parts to it: a picture frame, a letter, and a background. In our case, we are going to use the first letter of our last name, which is called an initial. So we're going to use the initial for our last name. In my case, my initial is an L. So I'm beginning here by just creating a pattern and design around my illuminated picture frame. Illumination stands for lighting up, and typically during the medieval period, the illuminated letter was lit up with gold leaf, and the gold leaf reflected the light. And so we are going to be doing our best to decorate our letter. And here I'm trying out a few different types of letters. All different types of letters I could use that are fancy letters to illuminate my letter L and make it stand out. And so I wanted to have really fancy ends to it. So I made what's called a scroll, and that scroll pattern I used at each of the ends of the letters. So the top end of the letter and the bottom ends of the letters. And I'm just highlighting it with a bit of a darker line to really make it stand out. Now remember, during the medieval periods, they used gold, solid gold, and they put that gold leaf on, they glued it onto the letter to make it stand out. But in our case, we're going to use oil pastels. Select two colors of oil pastels, and we're going to blend those together to make a third color. And you can use any of the colors that you'd like. I've decided on magenta and orange. Next time, we're going to be working on the background behind our letter. In the pictures that you saw earlier, you noticed that they used different pictures that tied in with their story. We're going to do the same. See you then.